welcome back to my channel, The Boys, Season 2, Episode 5? 5.
5,
yeah,
right?
This is 5. I'm pretty sure this is 5. We have to do 5 and 6 today. So, the last thing I remember from Episode 4 was obviously the Homelander scene that happened at the end with Doppelganger. Basically, he has gotten rid of that version of himself that's, I guess... What the significance of that scene was basically him, like, shedding the layer of himself that maybe gives a fuck, and now he's just...
Yeah, kind of like I guess, what kept him grounded, in a sense, maybe, and now he's just, unhinged with the whole thing with Stormfront.
As if he wasn't unhinged before.
That wasn't the road trip episode, was it?
Yes.
That wasn't?
I think so, because we got, the whole Liberty
Yeah, that was Liberty stuff,
you're
right.
Stormfront. So,
which we found out she was a white supremacist, pretty much.
Basically, and, it wasn't actually confirmed by Stormfront, but we could...
Not by her, no.
Context clues, but she did say last episode that thing where she was like, you gotta change with the times, like, God knows I did.
Yeah, and then she, said a racial slur to Kamiko's brother.
Yes.
And then she
wiped out a whole housing complex.
Yeah, even somebody in your comments said how it was all black people.
Yeah. So,
and then there was the flashback with that woman.
With the woman whose
when
brother
she was still Liberty.
Whose brother was killed, right?
Yeah,
and so
did she kill him? Or she killed him, right?
She killed him.
Smashed
his face was all mangled, and then they gave them like $2,000 to shut up, which is crazy because I'm just trying to figure out if back in the day this was just like the superhero, because obviously the superhero, the whole Vought whatever company had a different probably goal.
Well, it was founded by the Nazi too.
Right, so it probably had a different goal, but now it's just disguised. It's the same goal, but it's just disguised in different actions. So, like, was Liberty's whole purpose just to, like, wipe out minorities? Was it just to wipe out these people?
I don't know. We'll probably end up finding out Vaught's, their actual agenda.
Yeah. Because even when Stormfront was first... had her first interaction with Homelander, she was like, wow, your eyes are like really fucking blue.
Oh yeah, you're right. And then the thing where the reporter mentioned to Homelander how their team isn't that diverse.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, Black Noir, you don't know what he looks like, so he covers everything.
But I don't think Homelander has any ulterior motives.
No, but I think even the fact that reporters are realizing it, you know,
it.
so that's something too. And then we had the whole thing with, so it was the trip, it was Mother's Milk's, Huey and Starlight.
That was wholesome.
Yeah, that was wholesome.
That was
we got a lot more of Mother's Milk this season, which is really cool.
A lot more of his story too.
His story too with his father and everything.
With his dad.
Yeah, and then we got the whole thing with Huey and Starlight. Like they obviously want to be together, but it's hard to with everything going on.
Yeah.
And then the scene where Mother's Milk was like, "Oh, you're staying with me tonight, Huey." Like that was hilarious.
And they ended up just sleeping
together.
Yeah.
So and then the Homelander thing.
Well, now their next goal, the last thing we saw, they're still trying to solve the Liberty story.
Yeah, they're doing that.
They're confused as to why she has not aged. That could be a Compound V thing. We don't know the effects of Compound V on these superheroes, so we don't know if that could be a potential effect. It impacts everybody differently. I mean, it made the Deep a friggin' amphibian, so we don't know.
Was this last episode the one where Butcher, where his wife is like, just leave, like don't even try to... Oh, that was last episode. Okay, because I'm confused between the last two.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that stuff too.
Yeah, because
Butcher's kind of back to square one now.
Yeah, and he had that mentality of like, fuck the kid, like let's go.
Yeah.
She was like, no, I can't do that.
So she wants Butcher to break both of them out, right?
Right.
Okay, and Butcher.
But the only way is the problem was like, okay, we could just like hop the barrier. Your kid can fly. And she was like, no, I don't want to raise him like that. So.
Yeah. He doesn't even know how to fly anyway, so
I know.
it doesn't even matter. And then was last episode 2 where Stormfront's having the speech and Kamiko's there?
I think so.
That was last episode.
Yeah, because the episode before was.
And then Frenchie stops her.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
that
whole Frenchie and Kamiko relationship is really interesting too, because Frenchie obviously. Yeah, and Frenchie really cares for her, and Kamiko is just that barrier, that language barrier, and now with her brother being dead, like Frenchie's never...
She can't communicate with anybody, because they develop a secret language between the two of them, so now she can't communicate.
The stuff she can write is very...
minimal.
One word,
girl.
like boy, simple stuff, so...
Yeah, and Frenchie's now, he's back on drugs, right?
He relapsed for
Because
that.
he went back
for
to that
there,
girl,
yeah.
and then he kind of described a little bit. We got a little taste of why he might have joined the boys with.
Oh yeah,
when he said something about lamplighter and defending the children.
He could have defended some. Yeah, something like that.
So maybe it has to do with because isn't that Mallory? You know, the woman who founded the boys. Mm-hmm. Her story was that her grandchildren were killed, I think, by the lamplighter. Mm-hmm. So maybe that was Frenchie has something to do with that.
That could be that. So basically, all of them have a reason.
Of why they joined the boys.
Yeah.
They all have lost somebody as a result of Vought.
I think
Vought trying to cover shit up.
Yeah, the last episode kind of made Starlight the new member, like officially.
Yeah,
his mother's still kind of warmed up to her and everything, which is really cool.
Well, they realized that she's the one that basically, with a little bit of Huey's help, made the whole exposing Vought and Compound V to the public happen. Also, last question before we go into this episode: if not Starlight, if Stormfront is a Nazi, white supremacist, whatever the fuck. Why does she take orders from Edgar? And why, does Edgar give the orders? Because Edgar is a person of color. So why would she not want to kill him if she's really trying to be like...
I mean, he could be, there's always this situations. If you ever seen, I know it's a comedy skit, but like the Chappelle skit where he's a KKK member.
Yeah.
He's blind, but he's in the KKK.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of, I think it's like that where it's like, I don't know. I think he obviously knows. He even said that it was formed by a Nazi, right? So maybe he agrees with that.
He's aware and he just doesn't care.
Or he just agrees with it. You sometimes have like that little like needle in a haystack that you're like, dude, you shouldn't really be agreeing with this stuff. They hate you too.
You gotta throw him off.
But I guess he's just he either agrees with it or just doesn't care.
Yeah, just turns a blind eye.
Yeah, so.
I guess those are all of our thoughts. So without further ado, let's get into episode 5.
Looks like you saved me, Red. No, you saved us. You're not afraid to live your life.
Are they making her gay in the movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think that's the shtick.
I'm afraid to.
So Joss rewrite really sings, huh?
Joss?
If I promise to never see her again, will you stop?
I don't understand why he cares so much.
I don't get it.
Oh. Wait, is this a movie or no? Oh, is this real? I think this is real.
I think it's real.
Somebody's filming it. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Yikes.
So what, they're all starving, but one of them's got a fucking cell phone?
Jeez, no sympathy or nothing.
I'm surprised.
Heading off grid. Argentina, maybe. Early retirement.
Could have said goodbye.
I know, we've been through some shit together. You were always like my canary, I suppose. Goodbye, Huey.
Hello?
That's what MM said,
Yeah,
right?
man. It's sweet. He at least got to speak.
That's not the last time we're going to see each other, we know.
What are you watching?
A show called Eat My Dick.
Okay. Listen, I just got off the phone with Butcher, and I think something might be wrong. Like, really, really wrong. He was nice. And...
It's crazy how
It makes him stop.
He's
and
nice,
like,
yeah.
Canary?
Tell me everything he said.
Clearly you like me. You've been eye-fucking me like a lovesick stand girl all day.
Yeah.
Why is that? And I feel like a friggin' fembot up there. You know?
Damn, she's mean.
Everybody, can we please?
Nothing better happened to this dog now.
No, I hope not. They wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's fucked up.
They would. That's the
This
thing.
is what it all comes to. How the fuck was I here before?
So he's just given up?
I don't even think he's gonna bother maybe with Becca. I don't know.
Yes.
Until he thinks of a solid
There
plan.
he is. There's my
8
guy.
years of your life you dedicate to trying
I
to...
mean, he didn't know that there's gonna be a kid there.
Yeah.
Are you ready, huh? You ready to push? Do you even answer? Can we help you?
Talking about Broadway musicals.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, don't. Oh, man.
His ear?
Holy shit! That's crazy. Kamiko is.
Oh my god!
I mean, oh my god. I think that's the most brutal you've ever seen her.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh
Just
my
like-
god.
You saw his teeth and everything.
Yeah. Oh.
There ain't no coming back from that.
Oi, Billy!
Oi!
Boy.
You should have
I
told
love
me you
that.
were bringing
Oh.
company.
The boys.
Who's this one remind you of? You think the spitting
You lovely.
We came because we're worried. Your consent's tingling, is it? Well, don't you worry. I'm sorted. Lots of thanks. Time to piss off.
Ooh, who's that? You saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Black Noir? What the fuck? I forgot he was doing his own private investigation.
With that one woman.
Why though?
I think he just wants to take Butcher out himself.
I'll explain everything. But right now, we're in a little bit of trouble.
Maybe we can make a run for it. Just get to the car.
He moves faster than a car. But if he wants to kill us, we'll have to do it with an audience.
What is that?
Like, to just show. No, probably want to do it in front of people.
Everyone is upset about Compound V. I mean, someone was so upset they leaked it to the press. Can you imagine how angry that
You think she
person
knows?
is? Whoever they are?
Fuck yeah, she knows.
I'd be grateful to have a mom like Donna.
She knows all.
I don't know how.
It's a little terrifying.
She's more than just a superhero now. She is a symbol. Representation matters.
She's #Brave Maeve.
I mean, like, the idea is cool, but
yeah.
Then an exclusive
it's just so
weekend
forced.
PSA.
Kimberly Pierce might direct.
You are two proud lesbians.
You know Maeve is bi, right?
Yeah, you know what? I just feel like lesbian is a bit of an easier sell, but more cut and dry. If they want a lesbian Ken doll, they can find someone else. This is Homelander, okay? And he's fucking with you.
Gotta be careful. You
If
can
you
hear.
go out there,
Yeah.
Elena, there is nowhere you can go that he won't find you. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take that motherfucker down.
Be careful what you
She's
say.
I know, she's always been like that though. She's always been like, play by the rules, just go with the
Maeve?
flow, yeah. Ruffle as little amount of feathers as possible.
Yeah, I think Maeve has a pure heart. It's just she's just dragged into all this shit.
Yeah.
Is right?
Jesus, you're fucking pathetic. You're so scared of being alone, Huey. First you lecture on to Robin, then Starlight, and now me. Well, you know what, son? I ain't interested.
Yeah, he is. He's just offensive.
Just get out of the fucking way. Don't make me move you.
You can move him.
Oh shit.
Good luck with me.
I mean, like, I don't know.
I feel bad.
Yeah, but
Did Becca even say that she didn't want him though? She just
no,
said
I don't know
she
why
was
he was said that.
prioritizing her son.
Yeah, that was dumb to say.
I think he expected her to just like say, "Fuck you" to the son, just leave.
I understand what Butcher's saying. Huey just like latching on, but also it's like Huey kind of has nobody else at this point.
That's his family. Oh my god.
Insecure. And unsure. Come on, guys. Knock it off.
The kind of man who sees the potential in all of us.
The Church of the Collective.
You know, this reminds me
And be the
of
person you were always meant to be.
like those Captain America commercials we saw in Homecoming
Yeah,
during the gym.
at the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Oh, are you a member?
I was. Long time ago. And then they just started letting all kinds of people in.
So basically, anybody that wasn't white, they let in, and that pissed her off, I guess.
I don't know.
Some people are quality and others are garbage.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, I heard they're retiring you?
Thanks.
You have a problem?
Of course not. Why would you say
Did
that?
you hear that?
Sounds like a cat.
You want to pause it quick?
Do you think he's aware that Stormfront is racist? Like, do you think he took
He,
that interaction
he
as...
definitely knows something's up, for sure.
I think he's so
You know, the truth is,
sidetracked right now with
running my whole
what's
life.
going on.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Hey, everyone.
Uh-oh. I don't think she... Oh, shit.
we're here for, isn't it? Let me just start by saying...
Everyone get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Fuck you! Get out!
Sometimes, well, these things just happen.
Wait, this happened before? How many times?
Well, hold on, guys. My point is, we all have the same goals.
That was the first publicized instance of that happening.
Yeah.
But if you serve with our remaining
Because the plane thing
soldiers
they
like
covered
I
up.
have,
Right.
They covered a bunch
you
of
would
other
know
shit.
freedom comes at a price.
You don't speak for us.
I hope he doesn't flip out.
He can't control his anger, so he might.
Oh.
Oh! Not the finger. Yeah.
You can't. How? How is he gonna... How are you gonna... He's done. There is no way you can cover that up. Holy shit. Oh, he's done. Oh no, he didn't do it.
I was questioning
about to
if
say
it was
for
real or
real.
not. Bro.
It's like Batman vs Superman, where they were all protesting Superman, but you knew Superman was good at heart. But this is like the complete opposite. Like you know, Homelander is just pure evil.
Look, no one's ever achieved anything without sacrifice.
Who the fuck was that?
Who's Lenny? You said I look like him?
Lenny's his little brother.
Maybe that's why. It's probably why he's so not protective, but
As a brother.
why he let Huey in so easily into the boys. Because I guess
There you go.
look like him.
Little wanker named Dorian Savory breaks Lenny's nose. Oh, Billy goes to work on him. Lenny steps in. Face all bleeding. And leads Billy away. That was Lenny.
His
Their
canary.
way of making Billy not be... Well, you know.
Where's Lenny now?
Oh, God rest his soul.
Yeah, so Butcher's been through a lot.
What happened?
Uh-oh. It's wartime.
Of course, what happened? We'll never know. Maybe it has to do with Vought.
We might know. Yeah, it could be something with Vought. Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh shit, that's scary.
God. It's even scarier that he doesn't
He doesn't
speak
speak,
either.
yeah.
So you want to take me on, do you?
Whoa!
Was that his heart?
No.
Bro.
Yo, what is happening? Why even trying
He's
to fight this
invincible,
guy?
my dude.
That was so dumb.
You kill him, you kiss your fucking career goodbye. I got photos of Vaught's dirty little secret.
Is that his phone?
Mr. Butcher.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh
shit.
yeah.
That information never sees the light of day. And I'll call off Black Noir.
You got yourself a deal. Want to shake on it?
Put Noir on.
He's not gonna say anything.
Boys, Mrs. wants a word.
He's not lying about what he has. I
No,
mean.
yeah. Oh wait. I don't think he does. Well, I don't know. Does he or no?
No, he does.
Okay.
He was just like, that's great.
Like,
Not a good idea. Really not a good idea. That's the guy that she was talking to.
Oh shit.
I know you leaked it.
Uh-oh.
Well, how do you think the world will feel when I tell him that you used to be Liberty? Wow. You are a special kind of poison flower, huh? Going against your own people?
Your own
You mean fucking white people?
Damn.
Starlight. Superheroes. Don't be racist.
Oh, come on. Look who's talking.
Oh, yes. That is adorable.
Damn, nothing can scare this woman.
You're gonna be a big help to me. What the hell does that mean? See you around. Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to shoot our scene together.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, are they back for good now? Because,
think
like,
so.
the whole season they've just been getting together, breaking up.
Like the Spice Girls.
True. I mean, that's true.
Are they gonna...
Oh, man.
I don't wanna see this. Oh! It's fucked up.
I mean, hey,
It's what they're
you
into,
know,
I guess.
I'm not judging. Actually, I'm kind of judging because this is weird.
This is weird. Look how much property they're gonna break
Do it. Don't be a pussy. Laser my fucking tits.
Why?
to show that
Yeah, but is that-
she's not...
Isn't that gonna stay though?
He likes hurting people, and I guess she doesn't give a fuck. She's unbreakable skin.
I told you I don't break easy.
So now he's kind of
That's
wrapped.
huge.
He's kind of wrapped around her finger now, though. I mean, that's a way to end an episode.
I'm disturbed. First of all, I didn't want to see that.
I mean,
I really did not want to see that.
Actually, it was a lot more, a lot less brutal. it was still brutal, but I thought they would have showed a lot more knowing Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
I thought he would have went a little.
Raunchy.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen Sausage Party. We know how the last 20 minutes of that movie was.
Yeah, it's burned into my memory. So thank you. First, we'll talk about Stormfront because that's at the forefront of my mind right now, and Starlight. Because one, how does Stormfront know about Starlight leaking everything? Do you think that interaction with the Vought worker and Starlight and
I think
all
it's just
that,
I think it's
she
just
figured it
yeah,
out?
I think it's just process of elimination. It's not Homelander.
Yeah.
You know Black Noir's not doing something like that.
Yeah.
A-Train
A-Train is a good candidate.
I think A-Train, she thinks that A-Train is just well, maybe, yeah, he could be good because with him being kicked out of the Seven,
he would have motivation.
Maybe.
And also he has a vendetta against Compound V because it's the reason why he's getting kicked out of the Seven, so he would probably want to expose this shit as his last-ditch effort. So
maybe because Starlight is that good girl of the group.
Yeah.
I mean, Maeve is obviously a pure-hearted person, but she just follows.
She follows the rules. And also that conversation Stormfront did have with Starlight. Starlight expressed that she was like, "How do you do it? How do you just have this give no fucks mentality?"
So yeah, I think she just used process of elimination. She was like, "It's got to be Starlight."
Yeah.
And plus, she's like, even if it's not Starlight, by calling her out, nothing's gonna change really.
Yeah.
So I might as well try it. And she's like, "Oh well, I know it's you."
Yeah.
And then when Starlight's like, "Oh well, I can leak that you were Liberty." So she has they both
and she was kind of taken aback too. She was like, "Oh
yeah.
shit."
Yeah. That was the one time where she was like, "Okay, all right."
And I appreciate her saying that, Starlight saying that, and bringing that up, but that might come bite her in the ass because now Stormfront knows that she's the only person that really knows about it. Not that she could publicly do anything, she could just threaten her behind the scenes because Starlight is a prestigious member of the Seven, so I don't think she's gonna take action or do anything. I was not expecting that last scene with Stormfront and Homelander. I thought their relationship was gonna be more of Homelander admires her and is starting to take notes, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I think now it's just Stormfront knows that Homelander is just wrapped around her finger and she can just say whatever and he'll do it.
He needs that figure. Not that she's a motherly figure.
No, somebody to just
look up to and somebody that I guess is more I think it's a power thing because with Stillwell, she was in a higher position of power. She made the decisions, even though he had a big influence in that. I think he just likes to look up to figures that are more powerful than him, and physically she is just as powerful as him.
I think he also likes somebody to say that he's doing everything right, because when he came in, he's like, "I got 5 points." She's like, "Oh my god, great!"
Yeah, he needs that validation.
Yeah, so I think it's that too. And
he doesn't get it from anybody else.
I mean, the only thing he got it from was the doppelganger, but now.
Well, he wants genuine.
Stormfront
to genuinely say.
Stormfront could be genuine because Stormfront's just as fucked up as he is.
He thinks it's genuine. She knows it's not genuine when she's hyping him up. But actually, it might be because she's kind of like, "Oh, you are the symbol of white supremacy, white privilege. You are that symbol, which is perfect."
Yeah, and then they went for the whole save America instead of saving the world. Spin.
Yeah, well, that was Homelander.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so she probably likes all that.
She likes
shit,
that, and she's kind of grooming him now.
Yeah, and then we got the conversation between Stormfront and A-Train, where A-Train's like, "Okay, something's up.
Something's definitely up. Maybe he'll have a little redemptive arc where he tries to expose it.
Because he could definitely tell from that conversation. He was like, "Yeah, something's wrong with this woman."
Or maybe he'll work with Starlight, because the only two people that are kind of onto her shit right now that are in the Seven are A-Train and Starlight.
True. Well, Homelander knows too, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he doesn't care. They've had some beef too, Starlight and A-Train. So if we're talking about character redemption, maybe he'll.
What about the Deep and Maeve now? That was kind of interesting.
That was interesting. I don't know if that's going to be a huge thing. I think her whole motive is she would rather that remain a private part of her life.
I think the Deep he wanted a woman. Well, even Maeve knew, it was you need a woman to tell the world that you're not a piece of shit anymore.
So, but what's her motive? What is she getting in return?
She just said, "I need your help." I don't think we really got that though. We'll probably find that out. I'm sure we'll find that out.
Next episode,
yeah. I don't know, because I don't know how. Maybe she wants to push Homelander out, but I don't know how the Deep would allow that to happen.
Yeah, because the Deep has motivation too. He knows that Homelander is a piece of shit.
True.
Homelander made fun of him for his gills.
We also don't know what the true motive behind the church is. What
is their goal?
Yeah, because we got the reveal that Stormfront used to be a part of it.
Yes.
So
she knows. That's how she knows all of the terminology that the Deep was saying last episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
did you think of Black Noir?
No, I was gonna say something about the Church of the Collective. My what I
prediction?
theorized that it was just having a member in
to spread their ideology.
To spread their ideology. Yeah. But that's like the simple explanation. Do you think it's more deep than that?
I think that's part of it, but I think it's definitely more. But that's definitely part of it because it's an easy way to spread your ideology. If you have somebody with that much power, you know what I mean?
Influence, yeah.
So, and then what'd you think of Black Noir? It's kind of cool seeing a lot of him.
Yeah.
It was funny seeing him. He was like on the roof half the episode, but it's still cool.
Yeah, no, he's like an underrated character.
Yeah,
I feel like he doesn't have any dialogue, but he's one of those characters like Kimiko. You don't have to speak to have a presence and have such influence.
And he's just so threatening, like how he just walks out of the corner and he's standing there. Yeah. Then we got the Kimiko battle, which was brutal as hell.
Yeah.
Where she just rips the guy's face
off. She's been doing hits for trying to make money.
Yeah, whatever her name was.
I mean, I guess with Kimiko, her whole thing is might as well make some money and
she already has all that rage. Yeah, exactly. She already has that rage built up. And it was kind of cool seeing Frenchie try to like bring her back, and then Kimiko try to communicate, and it's just that barrier, that language barrier.
But he wants to. He
wants to learn.
Trying.
But she hasn't taught him anything.
They're both dealing with shit. I think by the end they'll kiss and make up at some point.
It's nice to see Butcher now back with the boys. Him coming back to terms.
I want to know what happened to his brother, Lenny.
Oh yeah, Lenny. So.
Because Aunt Judy or whatever the hell, she was gonna say it, and then.
What happened to him? Yeah.
So maybe it is something Vought related.
It could be,
maybe
like
it's not Vought related, and he just lost his little brother, and that was like the first instance of grief that he had to deal with.
And that also showed the whole canary thing. How.
It brought it back.
Yeah, Huey now being his canary, and then. How Lenny, so that was cool too, yeah. And then I'm trying to think, I think that was it, right? We saw them filming the movie, which was cool. The whole thing with Maeve and how they try to force that gay relationship into the movie.
Because they want people to think that like every member of the population is being represented, but really it's not even truly representation because it's not authentic.
No, it's not. Even like Maeve's ex was saying, like, I'm not gonna be somebody I'm not. I'm not gonna wear some suit and all this.
Clothing, and even Maeve was like, I'm bi. I'm not
gay.
She did mention that. Yeah. This isn't even 100% authentic. So it just sucks because Homelander's whole motive is that everything needs to revolve around him. Everybody needs to love him, and I think he genuinely just enjoys fucking up people's lives. He sits back and he just enjoys it because it doesn't affect.
Well, I guess you don't think that he wishes he had like human emotion? I think part of him is like, I wish I can sympathize.
Yeah, there was that scene in the hallway where he was like upset and he was showing emotion. Mm-hmm. Do I think that he wants to feel?
Like, do you think he's happy being the way he is, or do you think? I mean, I think part of him really like seriously like he knows how fucked he was from being experimented on, and like I think he does wish that he could have human emotion, but. He's just so fucked in the head.
I think it's so buried down.
And now Stormfront's gonna bury that even deeper. You know? So.
I think it's so buried that there's no way to access that. And Stillwell is gone, who was the person he kind of confided in. Stormfront might be that person now, but she's more grooming him. She's not really.
She's gonna end up making him worse.
She's not even there for him genuinely.
And then we got and then it was cool seeing like. A lot of parallels with this episode with Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
Except now, like when the protests in the movie Batman vs Superman, you knew Superman was good, but this, like, Homelander's evil.
It's the complete opposite.
So it's interesting.
That scene with the protest, that was crazy when he was wiping everybody out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I genuinely.
But you said like you were like, okay, that has to be it. Because you can't defend that.
Yeah.
You can't defend that.
Unless he wiped out every member of the crowd, and even there's a chance
even then,
somebody would escape.
Yeah, or somebody would have been filming like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So
that's very true.
Yeah.
So the next episode, 6, 7, 8.
3 more.
So
something
big's gonna happen
at
next
episode.
Or
something.
I hope no one dies.
And then we need to find out who the guy is that Stormfront was talking to on the phone. The guy in jail.
Right, the Sage. It said something Sage, and it seems like a mental ward.
It's either a mental institution or a prison. Something where they're confined.
And she was asking about someone. I don't remember what his name was.
It was a very quick conversation.
Yeah, I wonder who she was asking about.
Yeah,
they'll probably touch on that.
Yeah, we'll probably find out.
That's probably a huge thing because we need a lot of questions to be answered about Stormfront. Her history, what her motive is. We kind of know what her general motive is, like the vague motive. But I'm more curious about Edgar and what his whole role in it is because he seems to have eyes and ears everywhere, and I don't know what his role is.
Camera in Black Noir.
In Black Noir, so obviously he knew about Black Noir's investigation. It wasn't super private. I thought he was doing like an individual investigation, but Edgar knew about that.
Maybe it was just between him. Maybe Edgar put him up to it. It could just be between them because maybe Edgar's like.
He just gave him like a little mission.
Yeah, because maybe Edgar was like, I know Homelander is just so mentally unstable, so he's like, maybe let me get Black Noir in on this. He seems alright to do the job.
That's true. They need to give like purpose to all the other people, and A-Train obviously couldn't do it.
Oh no, yeah.
So yeah, our
great
predictions
episode.
for next episode.
I think definitely more about that guy that Stormfront was talking to, probably.
Yeah,
and
more
then,
about the reasoning behind Stormfront's
and
place in the 7, because there is a reason.
Yeah, definitely. And then probably we'll get Butcher making a new plan to get Becca out.
Yeah.
Whether or not they'll get her out this season, I don't know. What do you think?
You think? I don't know.
That could be a season 3 thing.
They might leave it as a fucking huge cliffhanger,
yeah,
just like
that's
last
true too.
season.
That's true too. Who knows?
I don't know. I think they might save that for next season. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest, I think they might focus on the whole Stormfront thing this season.
The
Do you think
Stormfront
that's
thing?
going to be resolved this season? She's just going to be a character that's solely season 2?
Maybe it won't be resolved to the point that she'll be killed, but I think it will be resolved where we know what her actual motives are. You know?
I mean, if Homelander can't be killed, then she can't either. She's got unbreakable skin. She's got lightning powers.
And it's like, and if they were to fight each other, it's like, no matter who wins, we still have one more asshole.
They basically fought each other this episode when they were fucking.
Yeah.
So I mean, we saw their potential to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into the next episode. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already, and we will see you guys for episode 6. Bye, guys.